Anglers Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time for the Managers Show. Game 34 of the season. That means 3/4 of the season done with, and you like to break the season down into quarters, Schiff. A tough end to this quarter of the season. A lot of tough losses. What was your assessment?
Well, we just didn't get a lot of things done, especially offensively. We just got shut down a few times that we shouldn't have been shut down. Certainly started out well, but things deteriorated towards the end there, and we need to try to pick that up. And again, hopefully the guys are looking at this as going, okay, we've got a quarter to prove something here, and quarter season left to go, and let's see what happens. And it's fast and furious now because of the All-Star games this weekend, and then you blink and it's over. So if a team gets hot, they got a good chance to roll into the playoffs hot.
Pat McGee, the hitting coach, said that for teams that aren't the strongest offensively, it's really important to execute the little things. Is that one of the things you really want to see improved upon in the fourth quarter of the season?
Yeah, no question. No question at all. We didn't get it done last night. We didn't get a bunt down. Some of our situational hitting did not work well. That's you got to do it. I mean, that's how you score. That's how you add on to leads, or you take the leads. Is you got to do it that way. And then, we just did not take advantage of that, and we have not taken advantage of that. We've left too many guys on base.
What's their plan with Pat for getting these hitters to do those little things so that they can improve offensively?
Well, at this point, it's a mindset. I mean, they know how to do it. It's a matter, and it's relatively simple. We're not asking them to get a base hit. We're asking them to hit a ground ball. It's like Pat likes to use the phrase, do what you do best. That's make an out. And we're not even getting good outs. We're striking out. We're popping out in those situations and not getting the job done. Nubbing the ball back to the pitcher or bunting the ball back to the pitcher. And we need to, we want to execute. You want somebody on the corner to field the bunt. Not the pitcher, and the little things like that we just had, which we were doing earlier. We just seemed to gotten away from that. All it is a mindset of going to the plate, having a plan, know the situation, know what the other team is doing, know what you can do, and get it done.
One player who seems to be doing all the things right lately is Pat Valaikas. 14 hits in 21 games with the A's. He doesn't wow you with his power at the plate, but he gets the job done, and defensively he makes every play that's in range. How big is that having him in the middle of your lineup?
Well, he does a lot of things well for us. First of all, he's a leader by example. He just comes to the yard every day and, just plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. His mental aspects are, they're nuts up there. Don't they know that there's an interview going on here?
I'll tell him when we get back.
Amazing. Just have a clue. He just does things well all around. He makes the great defensive plays. His at-bats are always solid at-bats. He gets a clutch hit here and there. He's just a ball player. He carries himself, and the way he carries himself, his mental approach is even keel. I think sometimes he hits a home run, he has the same expression in his face when he strikes out. So I think that's the way he should play the game, and I think he's been a real good example for a lot of the younger players.
Have you seen any other players like that at this age who have that kind of mindset where they're just even keel whether they hit a home run or strike out?
Yes, but they're rare. They're very rare. Usually the guys are extremely happy when they hit a home run, and they get really down when they strike out. So it is rare, but certain guys have that just that ability to do that, and it's the best way to play this game. You can't play this game with a tight butt. You've got to play this game with with a little bit of fun, a little bit of okay, go get him next time, and it allows you to do that. I've said it many times. You can make an effort in the next at-bat, where in football it's next week. In basketball there's days off. Hockey there's days off. In baseball it's next night. And that's a great attitude to have, going into a baseball season, because the further up they go into the careers, the longer the seasons get.
I'm guessing it's especially important when the team hits a rough patch because the team might get down on themselves, but you have a guy like Pat who probably doesn't even in a tough stretch.
Right. I mean, he just has such a great outlook, and that's, he's been a real good role model for a lot of these guys some of these guys sometimes play this thing too tight. And, I always tell them, look at Pat. Just look at Pat. You don't need to get frustrated. You don't need to slam your helmet down. You don't need to swear in the dugout. You don't need to punch the wall. You don't need to slam your bat down. Just put it back and go about your business. Do what you have to do, like Pat does. And Napper's pretty much the same way. A lot of guys on this team do have the good mental outlook. Now it's just a matter of put it together physically so we can get scratch some runs across.
One player who put it together last night, again, Dace Kime out of the bullpen, continues to give you long innings. Was that your plan to use him for that long out of the bullpen this season?
Hot. When a guy gets hot like that, he was mowing him down. He's got plenty of rest. The more innings he throws, that gives us more pitchers later on. So he did a great job, as did the entire bullpen. And they're one of the things in this last quarter. They were our plus. I mean, they did a really, really good job. It was our starting pitching kind of let us down a little bit in a couple of situations. and we just didn't hit. But the bullpen is certainly not any reason why we're struggling right now. I mean, they have done a great job. Last night was a perfect example. They all come in. I don't believe the bullpen gave up a run last night. If they did, it was one in a 7-inning stretch. That's a pretty good job.
The bullpen's been strong, and it will continue to be strong, we hope, as we enter the fourth and final quarter of the season. Thanks a lot, Schiff. The Anglers take on the YD Red Sox tonight. Good luck.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
That was the Manager's Show. The Anglers Extra pregame show rolls on. We send it back to Chris Fitzgerald.